holding their meeting in Abia State. African Democratic Congress, ADC, and its coalition partners convened a landmark political summit in Umuahia, Abia State on Friday, describing it as a unified front ahead of the 2027 general elections. John Norman Obinna, chairman of ADC in Abia State, announced during the meeting that the party has officially been adopted as the platform for the coalition's political resurgence. According to him, this move is not about political realignment alone, but a response to years of governance failure, economic mismanagement, and citizen disenfranchisement under the present APC administration. ADC is adopted as a coalition party to right the wrongs orchestrated by the APC. The unemployment rate is alarming, the naira is in a free fall, and the civil servants' minimum wage is a national disgrace, Don Norman declared. According to him, the coalition's mission will bring succor to the people, chase hunger out of Nigeria, and restore the country to a trajectory of prosperity. He called for the liberation of Abia and Nigeria at large through visionary leadership founded on integrity, equity, and accountability. He said, since 1999, our ideology in Abia has been to bring in men of integrity who can rebuild Nigeria with justice and fairness, he added. Good governance must be rooted in probity and transparency. Delivering the keynote address, Professor Uzoma Emmanuel Afamefuna, political scholar and reform advocate, emphasized the power of stakeholder engagement and civic participation in shaping Nigeria's future. What do you have to say? Now, still on the talks about coalition. Apparently, now, to a large extent, I am now wondering, why are they hosting this meeting in Abia State? They have their eyes on Governor Alex Oti. Because now, Governor Alex Oti will not be like the first governor in ADC, this coalition, as it were.
Yes, sir.
Well, what do you have to say to that?
First, let me greet Professor Hamefle. You know, he's somebody I respect so well. You know, I've had to meet him one of the things. I told him, Prof, you are just being scholastic. This thing does not work. This thing you are doing here. Because even the people that you are speaking to know that they are not coming with integrity and fairness. Even these persons you are talking to. It's not like, you know what is happening is a coalition of those who will be wounded, those who didn't have positions in the APC, those who didn't have positions, who couldn't just do it. It's a coalition of people coming together. He's saying that ADC have been announced. I'm also telling you that there are factions of the coalition who are saying that, no, we need a new political party. Is that correct? I'm also saying that my friend and brother, Malam Erofai, was once in SDP, and of course he's taking SDP to that. But tell me one governor from APC that is following this coalition. One governor. Now they are bringing it to Abia. It boils down to what we were saying. It looks like they want to use the Abia case to sell themselves. They look at, this is what Abia is doing. And so all the PDP governors hasn't performed. All other governors hasn't performed apart from the Abia State. For Alex, even if Alex accepts the coalition, it's only helping him to build because he's already in opposition. Of course, he just wants to build a national political party. He will automatically become the highest political leader, office holder in the coalition. So he will be the one. They will have a government house where they will run in case of anything to hold the meeting. So Alex is becoming is beginning to host the round table. He's that, you know why? Because he's performed.
He's performing.
So the PDP cannot do that in a private.
And they know that having Alex Oti on their side automatically, to a large extent, 70% guarantees that the coalition will clinch a governor.
A governor. That's
for the second term.
For the second term. But you know,
because Abba, I am very sure Abia State will want to vote for Alex Oti again.
I said. So
that one appears to be like a sure bet.
That is what they are doing, trying to get a sure bet. That look, Alex, you see, they are the one coming to Alex Oti now.
Yes.
That's what I say. When you have prepared their house very well, you know, there was this political meeting that we were holding. They call it the River State Mainstream. You know, in River State Mainstream, I was going to that meeting. I was a member of the meeting. That forum. And one of my big oga, I was not happy that he was going to use the money that I would have used to do something to furnish my office. And I said, why are you doing this? The office is so big, and instead of us using it to do something, it's that easy. As soon as we call for one committee meeting in this your office, the coalition will be holding this meeting here. So you have now become top of the... And it happened like that. That's what Alex is doing. Alex has prepared a table in the presence of their enemy, and they have seen that he's doing well. And so they are taking the coalition to that. But look at what will happen. What will happen is that PDP will also have its own presidential candidate. The leftover of the PDP, the remnant of the PDP will have their coalition. You will have the coalition will have their own if they have. And then you will see other persons will come from the APC. But the APC is growing in bounds. It's taking the people that you should have been talking to. So they are no longer threats. They are like any other political party that have been. You know why? They are not talking about Akwa Ibom. They are no longer talking about Delta. They are no longer talking about Edo. They are no longer talking about River State. Because these states are gone. In fact, Bayelsa will follow. Whether the Bayelsa governor likes it or not, because he is not that kind of politician. You know, one thing about River State is that River State has a way of affecting Bayelsa. Because 80% of the politicians in Bayelsa are in River State. And so we know our names.
Bayelsa, where right now the governor is having very serious crisis.
Why would
PDP with Turner having issues with him and being named the party chairman in Bayelsa State, the same party chairman that will have to give him tickets to run for.
That's what I'm saying. So, even the NDDC, if you go to what the NDDC MD has done in Bayelsa, you'll be shocked. He has outperformed the governor in Bayelsa.
Wow.
So you know that that's targeted at something.
And probably, and the NDDC is from Bayelsa State.
He wants to run for governor. He said probably. No, don't dodge this things now. He wants to run for governor.
Okay.
So what are we talking
that
about?
Will give Diri a run for his money. And probably is on the platform of the PDP. Yes.
No, he will run on the platform of the APC. The NDDC MD will run on the platform
of the APC.
Or the APC. I hope you know that APC won Diri.
If
not for that technical error.
Now, okay, yes. If he runs on the platform of the APC, and Diri, on the other hand, will not face what Obaseki faced in Edo State.
That's all.
Because his party is factionalized, and Turner will not be willing to mend fences with him.
No, Turner will not. Turner is falling now. We understand what has happened now. Turner is here now. So it's not. So you see that the South is gone. So the question is, where is, for instance, it's my brother that is anchoring the coalition, you know, in Amin Amechi. Either by e-lock or something, from 2015 to today, he has consistently lost in River State. So what is he going to tell people? And 80% of his foot soldiers have gone to APC. Quote me. 80%. I mean 80%. Those who can do something in their local government, they've all gone to APC. They've followed. You know, they accused one late Archbishop in the Holsa. He said, "You're taking people from other churches." He said, "No, I'm not taking people. I'm just planting grass, and sheep are coming to eat." And so that's what Wike is doing here. Wike has just planted the grasses, and you know, the sheep are in droves going to meet Wike. And you see him doing it. Look at the governor for 2023. Up to now, Wike is still saying, "You people will decide." We understand what that means. We understand the kind of things he's doing. You know, and the positions that he is attracting to River State, he has shared it around. And so those who would have done something are in this state, and Wike has shown consistently that he can win those who came with Sim. That Wike has said it now that I'm not having issue with Sim, I'm not fighting with Sim. I wanted to show those behind him that we can win you. And they have won them. So you know that River State also has fallen. So how do we now do this thing? Because he haven't shown us that grassroots appeal. Okay, look at this coalition has happened for a very long time. The first thing any leader should do is to come back home. Cheesy, come. This person come. I'm talking about those of us who are, you know, his persons. Come. Let's talk about it. Because the coalition you're doing, we should be talking to our grassroots. But we're all waiting to see what are you going to do with coalition. Disarmed, poor, wretched, waiting for you. And then when we wait for you, you now come and announce a coalition that will now begin to run. That's the day you announce the coalition, we may not have the money to come to Aba or to come to Isobu. And all of us will be waiting. Meanwhile, Wike is here, trying to tell you that I'm going to take this. See, what will happen in 2027 here? In River State, it will look like we haven't had an election like that before. because it's a repeat of what happened in 2015, where the sub-leaders are empowered to do something at their own, not that Wike is coming to give you money. The sub-leaders, the whole of the 27 former lawmakers are still there intact. The local government chairmen are going to enter intact. The leaders are intact, following their distance. So what are you even doing? What people are, I can tell you, I know whether you like it or yes, in this part of our society, burial, childbirth, marriage counts. And all of those things are happening around across the families in River State, communities in River State. And we know who is showing faces in places. And tomorrow you will now come and say, okay, no, we want to go there. They will tell you how. Would you have gone it if I didn't bury my father? Would you have gone it if I didn't do that? Would you have seen me alive? Somebody yesterday, one Charles Obodo, that is built to be the local government chairman, came to my village and took up somebody that was shot during sin, because of sin, and took him to the hospital. Took everybody. That guy has been there. Sim has been governor for 2 years. Hasn't done anything to that guy. He came and took him. What do you think that community will do? They started calling me, hey, Chimene has been taken by Charles to go to the hospital. I have to go to the hospital to see Chimene. That was I don't have that kind of money to take Chimene. And tomorrow I will come and tell Chimene to come and vote for me because I'm in a coalition. My sister, my father said this. My father said dry meat as an Ikure man is very sweet. That's when you dry meat. It's extremely very sweet. But the question is, what will you be eating until the meat dries? That's the thing. So you tell me that in 2027 now I will not be going from one wedding or the other. They will know that this thing is just. But
you're just prepping for election.
Election. So what have you done? Are you not telling us that? So you go on air and tell us that, oh no, we don't have money. You told us we don't have. Who are you telling that kind of thing? Then go and relax. Don't contest. You want to contest for president. People want to contest for president, and they are not going home to do one or two things. Kaduna alone cannot do it now. Abia cannot do it.
So you don't see the coalition making headway?
They are divided. That's my problem.
Everybody has ambition.
I've not seen that sacrifice.
Now, Atiku, one would say, Atiku still has ambition for presidency.
Of course, yes.
Because if he doesn't, the amount of energy and time he's pumping to build the coalition is a pointer to one thing. He won't build it for another to run on that platform. Considering that in the first instance, that was what has put PDP in the current state that it is right now.
I wanted to say something clearly. If Atiku today comes up openly and say, I just want this country to be in the good pact. I'm not running for presidency. PDP will jack up. No. PDP that you see, you will see some APC person coming to the PDP. PDP will jack up. I am ready to support the party to bring up a candidate. It's not about me again. It's about the fact that we need to support somebody. Obi will run to the PDP. All of them will come back to the PDP.
Very true.
But they also know, everybody knows that it has been announced now that he is trying to tip Obi for vice presidency. You see, and this...
but the obedient movement has denied that.
I am saying that, you see, in this country, when you begin to see people deny certain things, that means there is some element of truth. I can...
Maybe they are denying it because they don't think it's yet time. The time is not yet right. Remember when Governor Omor
he denied it.
He denied it severally.
But
I think even banned a particular TV station from covering his media show chats.
You know why?
And at the end of the day, after all that denial, it is what it is.
So that's what I'm saying. People have denied that they don't want to be president, they want to be governor, yet they came to context. So you see that if you do that now, people will come in. They are not even going to fish. Look at what Bola Tinubu, who is a political craftsman, did in forming APC. He was already with that. What he went to look at in trying to make that party good. He brought Atiku to run under AC. He brought the now national security advisor to run. He was just trying to have this national thing that the party should be surviving. He didn't run. Now he went and brought Buhari. Do you understand that? He became the center.
Because he knew the time was not yet right.
The time was not yet right. Who will tell you that even the Northerners, see, let me tell you one thing about even this whole thing. If Atiku wants to run, for instance, Atiku is of the other generation. If Atiku wants to run, even the northern and the younger generation will know that should Atiku even run and run for 8 years, all this 4 years thing is a lie. Any politician, the only person that can come and say, I'm running for 4 years is Jonathan. Because constitution, not because he wants it.
Constitution says twice, because and he has done one term.
One time, so there's no way. Not because, not if he has a way of correcting it, he will go. So I can tell you that that's the only person. So people will not be deceived by that. That means that Atiku will run and will be there for 88 years. When he will be 88, then the two will come back to the south. Those who are within 40, 50 would have been 80 before the whole thing comes back to them. They would have been too weak. Who has the magic one? Who has the life in his hand? And politicians are ambitious. All of us are ambitious. We want to be something. We want to see where will it favor us. I am saying that if they bring their ass together and tell themselves and sacrifice is put to the table, and say, okay, let us even run it. Okay, Obi, we want you to run. For instance, Obi, we want you to run. Because you have shown that you, with you alone, you have shown certain level of this thing. If you back Obi, even if you bring Obi to PDP and back him, do you know what will happen? What will happen is that Abia would have fallen, the Igbo states would have fallen, then the northeast would have fallen, all those places would have fallen, and then the place that Atiku won will fall to Obi. Even if Atiku was going to bring his first son, who is my mate, my friend, as vice president, it would have been acceptable.
It would have made more sense.
It would have made more sense. And so, Obi, look, you're going to run for only 8 years or 4 years. Obi has not developed that enough impact. Obi is somebody that I can tell you that if Obi says, okay, for the sake of this, let's do 4 years, people will begin to trust him a little bit. Nobody will trust the politician. Obi is not that kind of politician. Even if he may have to change. Or shouldn't the coalition even come and say, Jonathan, come? I'm begging, Jonathan, because there are certain persons who have been going there for Jonathan, because that going is not weighty enough. There are certain faces that Jonathan will see. He will know that, oh, this is serious. If Jonathan sees Amechi, sees Atiku, sees Kwankwaso, and then will be in that field with Malam and Mustafa, he will take that seriously. He will know that, oh, these persons are okay, let me go and run. You are sure. Then you now can tell the North, look, young people, you will come up. You can't tell one young person as vice president, and before you know it, this election will become drastically strong. But with all of these things, it's
a walkover for APC. All right. And then
I'm very unfortunate at that.